Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. So today I, Hazim Ali Kali bin Harili, matrix number TL25046, would like to present regarding my presentation on project management. So what is project management? Project management is the process of planning, organizing, executing, monitoring, and closing a project to achieve specific objectives within scope, time, and budget constraints. So why is project management important? Project management is important because it improves efficiency, reduces risk, controls costs, and ensures the project success. So in project management, there are five main phases of the project cycle. So there's the initiation phase and planning phase, execution and monitoring phase, and also closing. So then, what are the guiding principles for success in project management? So the guiding principles for success is to focus on value, tailor based on the context of the project, and also empower the team. So regarding the first phase, which is the initiation phase. So what is the purpose of the initiation phase? The purpose of the initiation phase is to define the project and obtain approval on the project. So what are key activities that happen during the initiation phase? Firstly is to identify the stakeholders within the project. Secondly is to define the objectives of the project. Third is to develop the project charter, and lastly to assess feasibility. And what are the outcomes of the initiation phase? So the outcome is the project charter. Next, onto the planning phase. So the planning phase, what is the purpose of the planning phase? Is to establish how the project will be completed, and also what are the main activities of this? The main activities is to define the scope of the project, develop a schedule for the project, estimate the cost of the project, allocate resources to where it's needed, and also identify risk within the project. And what are the outputs? So the output is the project management plan. Next, onto planning tools used during the planning phase. So the main tools used are the project research, project design, project development, testing, and documentation. So what? So normally we will put this in a Gantt chart. So what is a Gantt chart used for? A Gantt chart is used to schedule project activities and track progress within the project. Next, onto the execution phase. So the execution phase is to perform the planned work, and what key activities happen during this phase. So mainly is team coordination, resource management, communication, and quality assurance within the project. And lastly, to what's the outcome of it? The outcome of it is to have the project deliverables. Now on to monitoring and controlling. So the purpose of monitoring and controlling is to ensure the project stays on track and within the given time. So key activities that happens is pretty much the same as the previous phase, as the execution phase. And what are the benefits of monitoring and controlling in project management? The, the benefits of it is that you can prevent delays or reduce delays, and also reduce budget overruns. This is due because you already plan out regarding what you want, what you need, and the costing it will take. So that means it's less likely that you will go over budget and go past the expected time. So lastly is the closure phase. So what is the purpose of this? Is to formally complete the project and close the project essentially. And key activities that happen during this phase is the final inspection, client acceptance and documentation, and lessons learned. And the output of it is the project closure report. So, what are the challenges in project management? The, the common challenges is scope creep. So that means you go within your scope. Budget constraints, maybe you have a less sensible budget within when you initial plan, maybe it goes over budget. Schedule delays, it takes more time than you expect. Resource shortages, which means essentially you underestimated the amount of resources you needed, and communication issues, which normally happens when you have too many people in the team. So there is a lot of miscommunication within the team itself. So what are the solutions of this? The solution is you have to have effective planning, you have risk management and regular monitoring. So we shouldn't be able we should take some time to look at it, you know. to monitor the progress and so on. And lastly, what's the benefit of project management? First of all, you have better resource utilization, you have improved teamwork, you have the higher success rate within the project, better quality outcomes, and lastly, you increase customer satisfaction. So what's the conclusion of the so what's the conclusion of all this? Project management is essential for successfully delivering projects within the required scope, time, cost, and quality standards. By following the five project management process groups: initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and closure, organizations can achieve their objective more effectively. And disclaimer, uh, Notebook LM and other AI tools were used to analyze project management references and assist in organizing presentation content.